Hello everyone, very good morning. Welcome back to auditing online class. In today's session, we'll learn regarding the chapter 2nd, internal check, control and audit. Till now, you learned about introduction of auditing. Even I have uploaded the material of chapter 1, introduction to auditing. Kindly check the Google Classroom and update it in your notes. So second chapter, internal control, which means controlling the activities inside the organization. Internal controls assist management and staff of the organization to achieve the organization objectives. So controlling technique assist the management to control the inside activities of an organization. Next, process of internal control. So internal control process includes control the environment. So as I told, internal control assist the activities inside the organization. So the first process or first step is to control the environment of an organization. The second one is risk management. So in order to face the risk, the precautionary measures to be taken, so that will be done in the internal control. And sometimes they can escape from the risk also. And third one, monitoring the controls. So what are the steps taken to prevent the risk, and what are the steps taken to control the activities inside the organization, that will be continuously monitored. Control activities. All the activities which are conducted inside the organization should have the controlling procedures. And next one, information and communication. So activities conducted inside the organization to be conducted in a way that it should be passed from one person to another person in proper communication, the information to be circulated from the delegation of authority, so then will be internal control will be very easier. Advantages of internal control: accurate and reliable data. Whenever the company having the internal control procedure, then the information passed from one person to another person or one department to another department, it will be accurate and it will be based on the reliable data. Second one, it ensures that policies and procedures prescribed by the management are followed by the employees. So whatever the rules and regulations, policies, procedures prescribed by the management, that should be followed by the employees whenever there is internal control. It promotes operational efficiency. Internal control helps to promote operational efficiency. So whatever the work or the work environment, so it will be proper, and the supervisor will be there, which helps the operational efficiency in good working environment. It helps the organization to attain its goal effectively. Internal control helps the organization to attain its goal objectives effectively. And next one, it safeguards the assets and records of the business. Of course, internal control takes the precautionary measures against the risk, so it will help to safeguard the assets and to record of the business. Limitations: as long as people perform control procedures, an internal control system will be vulnerable to human error. So error will be committed by the human, not the machines, because machines will be operated by the human. So human error will be there. We cannot make it zero. So there will be human error. So whether it is internal control or whether it is external control, human error will be there. So that's the one of the limitations. Second one, errors can arise from misunderstanding, mistakes in judgment, carelessness, distraction, or fatigue. If if the company takes internal control procedures, so that time misunderstanding will be there between the employees, mistakes in judgment, whether the work to be done by himself or the other person, because controlling procedures are strict procedures. It will not make bend procedures so that the work can be done by anyone. Because of carelessness, distractions, or fatigue, boredom of work makes internal control deficiency. Next one, separation of duties can be defeated through collusion by employees who secretly agree to deceive a company. The person who is not willing to work through his mind inside the organization, he will have collusion with other employees so that he can deceive the company or degrade the company. So next one, internal check. Internal check. A system of internal check is an arrangement of duties whereby no one person is allowed to carry through and to record every aspect of a transaction. Internal check is an accounting procedure whereby routine entries for transactions are handled by more than one employee in such a manner that the work of one employee is automatically checked against the work of the other. So internal check means each and every transactions recorded by one person will be cross-checked by another person. That will be considered as internal check. Objectives, division of work. So it is based on individual's ability. Use of devices. An organization should use various devices which helps to make work of internal check easier. So there are a lot of softwares are there. We can use that softwares or the person can use that softwares in order to identify the errors. Minimization of errors and frauds. The work performed by each individual is cross-checked by another individual, which minimizes the errors and frauds. Reliability. If the internal check is very good, then the auditor will rely upon the books of account. Whenever the company having the internal check, that time auditor work will be very easier because he will have the faith on his books of accounts because it will be cross-checked 2 times. Preparation of final accounts. With an effective internal check system, final accounts can be prepared safely, easily, and very soon. Advantages. Fixation of responsibility. A proper internal check system will ensure accountability and responsibility of the employees. Prevention of errors and frauds. Under this system, no one employee is allowed to record more than one aspect of the transaction. Increase the efficiency of clerk. The work is divided among the employees according to their qualification and experience, which makes the internal check efficiency. Reliability of information. The aim of this system is to have an accurate record of the all the transaction, which will have the reliability because each and every transaction recorded by one person will be cross-checked by another person, which makes the reliability of the information. Reduces the workload of the auditor. In relation to the extent of audit procedures followed or adopted. So whenever there is an internal check, it will reduce the workload of the auditor because all the things will be cross-checked 2 times and auditor just you have to verify and inspect the books of accounts. Increases the overall efficiency of the business by preventing the occurrence of frauds and proper segregation of duties, which will increase the efficiency and overall efficiency in the business will be there. Disadvantages: expensive, as all the transactions recorded by one person which will be cross checked by another person. That time the company should pay the remuneration or the salary to two person, so that's why it will be expensive. It is applicable only for large business concern. Does not reduce the liability. It will help the auditor in reducing his work, but it will never reduce the liability. So it may reduce the profit, it will not reduce the liability, but it will reduce the work of an auditor. Carelessness. Sometimes employees may become less serious towards the work because internal checks makes the employee to work easily. So easy work makes carelessness in the working environment. Duties of an auditor as regards internal check system. Examination. First of all, auditor should satisfy himself about the working of proper internal control system. Second one, in case of satisfactory system, if the auditor is satisfied about the effectiveness of internal control, then he should check the efficiency and its existence by checking various items from different place. So randomly he has to cross check the items of different books of accounts so that he can satisfy himself or the system of internal check can be satisfactory. Unsatisfactory case: if the auditor feels that internal control system is not satisfactory, then he should check those accounts where errors are likely to exist. When randomly cross checked each and every transactions of books of accounts, not each and every, randomly selected transactions are cross checked. If he finds that it is unsatisfactory, then he has to check each and every transaction of that books of account in order to identify errors and frauds. Some sections are inadequate. If auditor feels that overall system is system is satisfactory but certain sections of the system appears to be inadequate, then he should inform the client about the dangers. Sometime in the company, in spite of internal check system, sometime because of the inadequate procedures followed under internal check systems, makes the books of accounts rigid, and some sections are having the frauds and errors, which makes the unsatisfaction in the minds of auditor. Then auditor will inform that aspects to the client, so that what are the dangers followed in internal check system. And the last one, suggestions. Auditor should also give the suggestions that how weaknesses can be removed if he is asked by the client. So what are the weaknesses he has identified in the internal check system that can be advisable to the company, or the suggestions can be given to eliminate that weaknesses from the internal check system. So these are the duties of an auditor as regards internal check system. So I have covered two aspects: internal control and internal check system. In next session, I'm going to explain regarding internal audit, then the procedures of internal audit, which are the steps to be followed under internal audit. Thank you.